Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Stellar Lumens XLM. So right now in the last 24 hours, we are seeing the really crypto market as a whole continue on this decline. If we actually take a look here, you can see Bitcoin down a percentage, we have Ethereum down a percentage and a half, Binance down a percentage and a half, Cardano down about 3%, Dogecoin down about 4%, and really if you continue down, you're going to see VeChain down about 6%, Theta down about 3%. Like I said, pretty much the entire market down right now. Terra Luna doing very, very well with about a 17% increase. But for the most part, we are seeing decreases across the board. Going down to Stellar Lumens now, though, we do see a 5.3% decrease. However, the last week alone, a 22 to 23% increase, definitely showing strength, showing that this coin does have a lot left in it, and we are going to see, hopefully, some new all-time highs by the end of the year and the end of the bull market. We also see 1 month being a 55 to 56% increase, definitely a substantial increase from that 20 cents that we were once at, almost seeing a 2x from that current 20, or really from that 20-cent mark that was July 20th. Now seeing a 37-cent price point, definitely a great increase, and I do believe, like I said, we're going to see much more in the upcoming weeks and months ahead. I do want to take a look at Stellar Lumens and kind of give you guys price predictions for the end of the year and the end of the bull market part 2. But before we do so, I do want to talk a lot about the news and really recent kind of information that has pushed Stellar Lumens up in this last week alone, coming from that 30-cent price point all the way up to 37 cents, but actually making our way all the way up to 41 cents. There's a lot of reasons behind that, and we're going to cover all of that today. Obviously, the crypto market being up does help that increase as well, but for the most part, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to jump into it, and then we're going to give you guys price predictions. So if you have not already, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video, as we talk about Stellar Lumens pretty much daily on the channel, as well as so many other altcoins like VeChain, Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink, whatever else. We pretty much talk about all of those coins that I believe have long-term futures. So Stellar Lumens definitely one of those coins, like I believe, that has a long-term future. I think there's so much utility kind of behind this payment system, this payment network. Here to start off, we do have a tweet talking about our new and improved demo wallet lets app developers test integrations and see how Stellar ecosystem protocols work. It's also a great learning tool for anyone curious about what's involved in a deposit, withdrawal, or really, sending a payment on Stellar. So this little blog post right here kind of goes into deep details on the rethinking and relaunching of the demo wallet. We're not going to jump too much into it. I do want to read just a little bit here. So the demo wallet is an open source mock wallet application with an open source code repository that lets anyone test really out their new ecosystem protocols. It replicates the experience of creating or importing a Stellar account, adding assets, and performing transactions with those assets. So you can definitely see that there's definitely some good things coming with this, and they talk about what's next as well. So we're also looking forward to adding even more functionality to the demo wallet. In addition to hosted deposit and withdrawal, they'll also have the cross-border payments API. We've recently added the deposit and withdrawal API as well in regulated assets, SEP8 as well as SEP6, and we'd love to hear from the Stellar community what else you'd like to see in the tool. I do think this is going to definitely be a good tool that a lot of people actually end up using in the Stellar community. I do want to take a look, like I said, at a couple different other things. In my opinion, this one being one of the biggest. In partnership with SDF, leading cryptocurrency exchange platform Bitso will begin integrating Stellar USDC for its customers, providing over 2 million users with efficient US MXN payment rail, lower costs, and faster transactions. If we actually take a look at this blog post as well, it kind of goes into 3 different things, and we're going to cover those 3. So solve issues arising from recent spikes in other blockchain fees by decreasing transaction costs, by switching from Bitcoin to Stellar USDC. As the internal bridge asset for the US-Mexican corridor, Bitso will really be able to offer its B2B clients a faster, cheaper, and simpler transaction experience. We also have increased interoperability. By integrating with Stellar, Bitso will be able to assist Stellar anchors and partners in Latin America with deposits and withdrawals, in addition to remittances. So improve its customer experience and expand its product offerings as well. These new capabilities will be able to use really their API, also fintechs and remittance companies to source liquidity and connect to local payment networks. This partnership will expand the Stellar ecosystem's reach in Latin America markets, since both Stellar anchors and partner applications will be able to offer better services to their end users in Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, and the US by using this USD local currency rail. So I do want to say, Bitso being the second major exchange to strike a partnership with SDF this year, it just shows Stellar is able to grab these and, reach out to some big partnerships. And I think, Bitso is definitely one that is going to help, like we said, reach out to new customers in those areas of Mexico, Brazil, Argentina. And I think realistically, as we move forward, we're going to see why Stellar Lumens, in my opinion, is still a very undervalued asset. If we actually do a quick refresh, see our current price point, we are still sitting at around a 37-cent price, 5.31% decrease in the last 24 hours. Going to be a great spot to maybe buy in or dollar cost average in if you are still believing this bull market is going to be, a major impact on a lot of these coins. I think, realistically, buying the red market with dollar cost averaging is going to be the best way to really invest. I've always told you guys that, but I will say for the most part, it's looking very, very bullish. We saw this last month being a 56% increase. I think there's a lot left, and I want to jump into one more thing here. So Stellar Lumens price prediction. Is XLM still a good investment? So this article kind of covers it. Is XLM still a good investment? So now turning to the daily chart, they kind of talk about the Fibonacci retracement level and suspect that XLM price will keep rising as demand for cryptocurrencies bounce back. If this happens, the next key level to watch will be psychological level at 50 cents, which is about a 30% jump from the current level. So if we actually take a look at Stellar, we are not yet to that 50 cents, or I guess, yeah, that 50-cent mark that they talked about being, part of that Fibonacci retracement. However, for the most part, we are going to see Stellar still providing a lot of support at this current range of 37 cents. I do want to jump a little bit farther into the price predictions now for the end of the year and the end of the bull market part 2. One thing I will suggest for those of you who want to maybe do more research on your own, remember I'm not a financial advisor, jump into their website, stellar.org. They talk about how Stellar is an open network for storing and moving money, and they give you guys kind of the borderless, limitless, powerful explanation of how this all goes about and works. The global payment apps, the asset exchanges, the micro payment services, all available and designed for developers. And you can actually take a look at their projects as well. Going to have a lot of projects built on Stellar. This ecosystem is continuing to grow. You can actually see 6 different pages, basically full of different solid projects that are working on Stellar. I do want to jump back, like I said. Now let's talk about the end of the year where we could see Stellar Lumens. I think realistically, if we continue on this increase up, we could definitely see Stellar Lumens pushing closer to $1. A lot of people want to get back to that price point of about 94 cents. We saw a couple years ago. A couple of years ago, as my throat kind of slips up there. A couple years ago, we saw January 3rd, 94 cents. I do think we could easily see, $1 as a possibility in this year alone. By the end of this year, like I said, $1 is going to be that price target for me personally. I think that's a realistic, conservative, spot that's, like I said, within reason. And I want to take a look at the end of the bull market part 2 as well. So by the end of the bull market part 2, whether that's, late next year, early next year, whenever it does occur, I think for the realistic part of this, it's going to depend a lot on how long that bull market part 2 does last. But for the most part, I think we could easily get back to maybe even a $2 to $3 price point, which would be definitely a new all-time high. We've never been past, 90, like I said, 94 cents, I believe. So I do expect $2 to $3 as a possibility by the end of the bull market part 2. But realistically, I'm going to stick around that $2 price point because $3, that's going to be bringing that market cap quite a ways up. It's always a possibility. We could see big things taking place. And I think that's exactly what we're going to get with Stellar Lumens is, some big things taking place. So make sure to keep up to date really with Stellar Lumens. I think there's a lot still coming. They've been working on quite a bit of things, and we're going to keep you guys up to date on the channel as well. So if you have not already, make sure to quickly like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys all in the next one.